everybody, Lorraine Watts here from Studenza on this beautiful sunny morning, and today we are going to cover part 2 of the pregnancy exercises, yoga exercises, and also for those of you who are recovering from an illness, low energy, just need some more revitalization. We're going to do this in a very, very gentle way using some equipment, but first of all we're just going to pause, and this is a beautiful thing to do any time of day, just standing in Tadasana. Can you remember the Tadasana posture where the chin comes slightly down, and just to get rid of any tension, any tiredness, just taking those shoulder blades up to the ears and then taking it back, just feeling some tension there, squeezing the shoulder blades together, relaxing with the out breath. Let's do that again. Nice deep breathing. You can relax the breath out through the mouth if that makes you feel more relaxed. One more time. Or you can let go quickly, letting go of the busyness of life and just focusing for a while on your body and bringing in that beautiful, gentle energy. So John's going to do a wonderful sweep of our garden. So just continue in that Tadasana posture, allowing the chest to protrude forwards, arms are relaxed, fingers opened, legs about hip distance apart, and the tailbone is coming back, and that way the energies are beautifully opened. And just taking in those nice gentle breaths, feeling that air, expanding the lower ribs, middle of the chest, upper ribs, and then just pausing for a moment, and then using that diaphragm to control the breath, slowly expelling all the stale air. And again at the bottom of the out breath you can pause. Okay, just going to run through what you're going to need today. So particularly if you're recovering from an illness or an operation, and obviously if you've had any abdominal surgery you won't be able to do yoga for about 2 to 3 months, or maybe even longer, so you get permission from your doctor for that. But if it's just, you know, chronic fatigue or just recovering from an ordinary type of common illness, it's just you're going to use this to do the standing postures, the triangles, lots of pillows, particularly if you're pregnant, for when we do today we're going to cover a lot of the breathing exercises and relaxation. We're going to do that at the end because it's really important. You would have to have about a 2-hour gap between doing your relaxation and doing your postures, whereas the other way round, if you do it at the end, you just need a 15-minute gap. Okay, and obviously we're going to remember to bring your blanket for those of you that are pregnant or just want to do the postures in a gentler way, and lots of cushioning for the floor. Okay, so we just thought we'd do a few little warm-ups out here, because when it gets hot you can't do yoga in hot sun because that saps your energy. And the other thing to remember is with these standing postures, if you're going through quite a bit of fatigue, it's better to focus on the sitting postures and particularly the relaxation and the breathing postures. Okay, so up to 3 months of pregnancy, those of you that are used to yoga can continue your yoga practice as normal, but omitting the ones that have put a strain on the lower abdominal area. So, you know, the ones where you're strengthening your abdominal muscles, lifting the legs, or the twisting postures. And obviously all the postures that I'm covering in part 1 and session 2 today are perfectly fine throughout the whole of pregnancy. But those of you that get really heavy or are on the heavier side, maybe up to 7 months of pregnancy would be enough for the, particularly, the more difficult yoga postures, but perfectly fine to continue with the relaxation. The gentle exercises that I'm going to do with you now actually as a warm-up, they're fine, and the breathing in particular is going to really help you towards the end, when you're delivering. It's going to, if you do these postures throughout your pregnancy, your delivery is going to be so much easier, and the spasms that you get, the contractions, will be less painful, far less painful, and more likely to have a perfectly normal delivery. So these are the benefits. And those of you recovering from illness, you're going to start to rebuild your stamina in a beautiful pace, rather than trying to go straight back into doing normal yoga. It's going to be a gradual build-up of your stamina, and this is particularly what the standing postures are good for, rebuilding the strength in the muscles and the stamina in the spine, the strengthening the spine, particularly if you're carrying a baby. It's going to help you with that, so you'll get less problems with particularly fluid retention around the ankles, backaches, things like this. You're going to have far more energy, stamina, and less fatigue. Okay, so those of you suffering toxemia, obviously these yoga postures are out. Just focus on the breathing, the relaxation, and maybe some of the floor exercises that don't tax your energy, and do them in a gentle way that I'm going to show you today. Okay, so always keeping an awareness. You don't overstrain yourself, keep within your limits. You can always pause the video, come back to it after an hour or so and resume then. Follow your own body and how you're feeling, but try and do a little bit each day and build up the practice. No holding the breath throughout the postures either. We want to keep that oxygen flowing throughout our body. I know sometimes, when you're doing something for the first time, we're holding our breath, but don't do that. Keep relaxed throughout and keep the awareness in your body. So the first posture we're going to teach you is a headstand, and you might sort of think to yourself, my goodness, that sounds difficult, but we're going to show you how to do it in a safe and easy way with a partner. Okay, and then you build up the strength each day. The benefits of that are just enormous. It's bringing in, you're in that posture with your head down, your legs are up, and all the energy is coming into those, the master gland, the pituitary gland, the pineal gland. It's going to really increase the circulation in those glands and throughout the whole of your endocrine gland. And when you're pregnant, when your hormonal system is in balance, everything's going to be healthier, and you're going to get a lot of benefits from the headstand. And again, it's starting in a very gentle way and building it up, just holding it for maybe 10 or 15 seconds and coming down and building it up each day with a partner, and using a wall and all the cushioning that you're going to need, and I'll talk us through that in a while. So also it brings great energy into all the internal organs. Okay, so it's a wonderful posture to learn to do, and it's particularly good if you're tired. So the other day I did this posture in the evening. I was feeling quite fatigued, I'd had a busy day, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to try this. And after doing it, just holding it probably just for 1 minute, I felt totally refreshed. It's phenomenally good. They call it the king of all the yoga postures. So And you know, recently on the Marigold Hotel programme, Duncan Valentine demonstrated doing this, and he'd had a horrific horse accident, and his back, he'd had several operations, and the only thing he said that helped him was learning yoga, and he does the headstand every day, and he's 72, so I'm 60, and I only recently started doing this posture, so it just goes to show you can do it, but with gentleness and care. And it also helps people with anemia, low vitality, and it's very much strengthening the body. So enough talking for now. Before we move inside, we're just going to do some gentle warming up exercises. So grab your mat. If you're in the house, just making sure that you're comfortable. I'm just going to start with some nice gentle stretches, okay? So just stretching the whole of the body up. Okay, I'm just taking how I'm crossing my thumbs and I'm easing those arms up. You don't have to go on your tiptoes if you're tired. And then just relaxing the arms down, and then just bringing that energy to touch the body like this. So we're helping, the energy coming out of my fingers is touching these energy centres, so that's helping to revitalise our body. So we're going to do that a few more times, just going up. And then holding the opposite thumb, crossing the thumb the opposite way. Give me a nice smile into the face and the body. This time I'm going to use the mudra, the Brahma mudra. So again, this is helping to focus the energy in a certain way. Breathing in, breathing out. And I'm alternating which finger touches my body. And when we do the yoga, we try and breathe in and out through the nose. I know sometimes I do occasionally, particularly at the beginning of my practice when I'm doing these warming up exercises. I open my mouth to release, I think, its tensions of the day. Okay. And also we're going to do the sweeping. So we're going to use that energy that's pouring out of our fingers. We're going to sweep up these energy centres. And you come down from the little finger and then sweeping the energy down through the centre of the forehead. Do that a few times. We have a lot of blocked energy here in the neck and the shoulders, and I can actually feel that releasing, you know, just the stroking and the touching of those muscles, releasing that tension. And then we have big energy centres here. And then again, just sweeping. Here is where people get a lot of backaches. Sweeping, trying to release that trapped energy. And then you come down the sides here, down the, actually the fingers are going down these energy pathways here, down the centre, and then they're coming down the sides. And then off at the little toes. So we're going to do that again. And you can do this as many times as you like throughout the day, just to revitalise your energy flow throughout the body. So it's down from the little fingers, down the centre, sweeping off, relaxing and releasing. Looking at the beautiful landscape, feeling the sun on your body, breathing in the fresh air, bringing a smile into the body singing, wee. It's lovely to get this energy back into my body and nurturing yourself, and then coming into that liver, pushing into the liver like that, and then coming down from the armpit down into the spleen, okay? So you come from the big toes, pushing into the liver, which is under the ribs, and then down into the spleen, which again is in the bottom of the ribs there. And then we'll just activate here as well. There's some really important energy points which help when you do this, like you're rebooting the energy in the body. And under here as well, under that collarbone, a lot of energy pathways, and particularly here. And then you can go under the breasts, you know, and this is for men and women. And what I'm doing is where the fold of the skin touches the ribs, I'm just doing a little pull like this. And this is helping the circulation and the lymphatics, okay? Particularly if you're wearing a wire bra, try not to use a wire bra when you're doing your yoga. Use a soft sports bra, or take the bra off even if you're not too large, okay? And then just tapping here, so we're going to tap these energy pathways. We're going to do that with 3 breaths. And again, if you want to breathe out through the mouth, you can, but when we do the actual yoga postures, it's in and out through the nose. So it's 3 breaths, nice and deep. Feel that energy being rebooted. So it's always important before you actually start the postures to steady your mind, even if it's just with a few deep breaths, focusing on nature. And then at the bottom of the ribs, where the spleen and the liver are. Okay, just a few more warming up exercises. So I'm just going to turn so you can see what I'm doing. So we're just going to come into a triangle position, so just feet forward about 3 feet apart, turning the feet to the left, so my hips are facing that left foot, and then interlocking the hands, and we breathe all the way up like this. And as we breathe out, we're bending that left leg, so I'm stretching this right calf out, and that, just doing that release on that right calf is releasing tension from my shoulder blades and my upper back. So that's how important it is. So we come down, and then we stretch up, straightening the legs, and then just holding those arms either side of the ears like that. And then as we breathe out, sweeping back. In through the nose, out through the nose. Breathing in, hold, and then straightening the leg. Relax. Breathing out through the nose. Try and feel that stretch. If you need to open your legs a bit wider, you can. Just get into the position that you want to. 3 to 3.5 feet apart. So long as you're balanced and you're comfortable. Do one more. And we're just going to release the tension of that hip and the lower backs. Just circling, and this is a lovely way to start as well. Just circling the hips, also circling the neck is good, and circling the shoulders and each wrist and each foot. If you prefer to do that rather than do those types of warm-ups, that's fine as well. Just listening to what your body needs is the main thing. And those of you that have done lots of different types of yoga classes, you know, you can choose a favourite warm-up for yourself. We're going to do that now over to the right leg. And you guys can put a bit of nice music on as well. If you've got an Alexa, just ask her to play some Enya or something nice to do the yoga to. One more. We're going to move inside now to do the headstand. Hello. So, headstand. So, as you can see here, I've marked a little point here on my yoga mat. I folded the yoga mat, and this is approximately 2.5 to 3 inches away from the corner, and that's important. This is the position that my hands are going to be. And over here you can see I've got lots of cushioning because we've got a hard floor. If you've got a carpet, you might not need quite so many layers, but you need a good, you know, a couple of inches of cushioning, otherwise your head's going to hurt. And this point is going in this corner. Okay, and that's where I know I've got to place my hands, and the position for the hands is like this. So you can just have your thumbs crossed like that, and my head is going to just relax in between. It's not going to actually lean on the hands. So all the pressure of a headstand goes on, you know, the crown of the head. And the other important thing is when you're up in position, you know, keep the neck nice and straight. And the other part of the body is the lumbar area, you know, by keeping the abdominal muscles nice and firm, and using, if you've not done this before, if you've done it before, just continue as you have been. And you can do the headstand right throughout pregnancy, all the way up to literally the day that you deliver the baby, okay? And it's safe to do, but if you've not done it before, you've got to be really careful and use a partner. So John's going to come and demonstrate. When you're pregnant, you bring your toes together like that. So it's just my heels and then the toes together if you're pregnant. If you're not pregnant, you can just leave the heels just gently supporting you. Just making sure my neck is nice and straight. And I feel totally relaxed. But the first time I did this, felt a tremendous pressure on the top of my head, so my body's used to that pressure now. My arms aren't aching at all. That was the other part of my body that was really, really achy and painful. And I think what happens is the more you do it, the more you relax into it. So the more relaxed and prepared we are, the easier the posture gets. A little bit like giving birth, actually. The more relaxed and prepared you are, the easier it will be. So John's going to come down where the position where your partner's going to stand, if you've not done this before. And I used John for about five times, was it, John?
Yes, I would say so, yeah.
You assisted me.
Yeah.
So ideally I would hold this for about a minute, but you're just going to hold it, if you've never done it before, for no more than about, even if it's just 5 seconds, you know. But when you come down, use your partner, and I'll try and demonstrate what stage 1 should be like. So stage 1 should be with the knees bent, but this is where I tend to lose my balance for some reason. Just hold both knees, Jobs, and going. hold, you support me up. So in stage 1, again, your back is nice and straight. Okay. And then your partner's just going to help you ease your legs all the way down. So I'm just bending my knees down now, so that there's no jerkiness. So to go up, so we'll demonstrate with John, with the partner going up now. Okay, so to go up again, your partner's going to help you with your legs. Okay, so they stand to one side, or wherever the best position for them is, and you start with straightening your legs. Okay, making sure your arms are in the right position, elbows in line with shoulders, and then again it's just a lifting up. So this is where you need a lot of strength. Okay, are you ready, John? Okay.
Okay, well done.
So we'll demonstrate that coming down again. Holding the feet, guiding the feet down, that's it. Okay, so there's no, when you've got your partner there, the only part where you do have to use a little bit of pressure with your foot on the floor. Now if you have really strong abdominal muscles, you know, and you're a lot younger than I am, most of you anyway, you might find that it's a lot easier. But I think because of all those operations I've had, it's just been that bit more difficult. Okay, so after doing the posture, just sit for a while, okay, just to allow the energy to sort of reboot itself for a few moments. So don't rush up like I have. Okay, so we'll just go back outside now and do some more postures.